dialogue, or the prologue of sorts that played out when you boot up the game, that's the exact same text that is voice acted at the beginning of the PlayStation remake. So I guess in this version, they just kind of roll it out with text like you see at the beginning of every Star Wars movie, or how Phantasy Star 4 did it, which was released around the same time as this. But yeah, in the PlayStation remake, when you boot up the game, it goes straight to the title screen. And then when you actually start the game, in the opening movie, they read out the exact text, word for word, as what just played out. Yes, well, yeah, I'm not actually sure if the Sega CD discs had less space than the PlayStation discs, because the PlayStation remake of this game is 3 discs, and this version is only 1 disc. But it was definitely weaker hardware. The Sega CD was just an add-on for the Sega Genesis. It used the Sega Genesis hardware, it's just that it allowed it to play games off of discs instead of cartridges. And discs had more space than cartridges, so you could have cutscenes, animated cutscenes, that you couldn't do on cartridge. Now, it's possible that this just is a smaller game in like size and storage size, so they were able to fit it on 1 disc because maybe the visual quality and the cutscene quality was not as good. The PlayStation remake was actually originally made for the Sega Saturn, which I believe, and that version I believe was only 2 discs because Saturn was a stronger console. But the Saturn version never left Japan. Anyways, hello everyone. As you might already know, I hold the world record for PlayStation remake of Lunar Silver Star Story. Specifically the Working Designs version, not the original Japanese version. That's the version that the remaster collection is based on. But I did play the Sega CD original version of Lunar the Silver Star a few years ago. I played the PlayStation remake of Lunar 2 multiple times. I actually streamed it on my VTuber debut. I've never played the Sega CD version, and I've heard that this version, specifically the English version, is pretty difficult. But I'm pretty experienced, or very familiar with Lunar 2 at this point, so it might not be too challenging for me, because I at least will know where to go. I kind of know what most of the items and spells do. From what I understand, this version is it's almost like a remaster of, or the PlayStation remake was almost like a remaster of this version, in that it was fairly faithful, whereas Silver Star Story for the PlayStation was very different from Silver Star and the Sega CD. Yes, this is supposedly the hardest version of the game. And as I play, I'll kind of get into details as to some of the reasons why. It is very different in balance. Working Designs, who published the English version of this game, had a reputation of making games more difficult for the Western releases. This was one of the biggest examples. This month actually marks the 30th anniversary of Lunar Eternal Blue releasing in North America for the Sega CD, so I figured this was a good time to finally play it. So anyways, I'll get started, and I hope you enjoy playthrough.
This is not the time for my awakening. Something's gone terribly wrong. Oh no, Lunar!
Did you say something, Ruby?
Oh, great. Don't tell me you're hearing voices now.
But...
Hurry up and get the dragon's eye. The timer's almost run out on the trap.
Trap? What trap?
Whoa! This trap!
Why didn't you tell me about that earlier?
I did, but you were too wrapped up in getting the jewel to listen.
Oh yeah, the jewel. Hold on, I've almost got it.
Hurry, hero.
There, I got it.
What's that rumbling?
Oh no, the exit's closing.
Let's get out of here! Oh, hero, don't die on me. You just can't die.
I'm okay, Ruby. It's just a few bruises.
Okay, that's it. No more exploring for us. I've had it. We always end up getting in some sort of trouble.
Shh, Ruby, listen.
What? Ah!
Come on, Ruby, let's get out of here. Well, looks like you've caught us in another messy situation. Oh, by the way, if you haven't figured it out, my name is Hero. And the flying cat is named Ruby. She says she's actually a baby red dragon, but I don't know if I quite believe her. She doesn't care though. We've been friends for what seems like forever. My grandfather Gwyn is an archaeologist who taught us how to explore ancient ruins like this. Well, not exactly like this. Grandpa'd have a coronary if he saw me in this kind of danger, but you get the idea. I think it's so cool that these dungeons and ruins that time forgot can be found and explored by someone like me. This world is full of wonderful legends. The Blue Star, from which our ancestors supposedly came. Tales of dragons and heroic dragon masters. A magic city that flew in the sky. And the goddess of love and beauty, Althena. All those legends and places have to be true. I believe them more with every step I take in places like this. The world I live in today is the result of things that happened long ago. Someday, I'll gather enough information from ruins like these to prove that, and maybe even get to see the goddess Althena.
Hero! Boston, move! I think we lost him! Whoa!
So, my first initial thoughts, this game was actually rated kids to adults when it came out. It came out like a few years after the ESRB was established, and the game literally opened with the entire world turning into blood. So, apparently they thought Mortal Kombat was too mature, but an entire world turning to is spilling into blood, splattering into blood. That was okay for kids? Maybe because it was, like, pixelated and they couldn't really tell that it was blood? Anyways, voice actor for Hero, this version is actually different from the one in the remake. Other than that, seems like the script so far is mostly the same. I think they changed Lucia's script slightly and re-recorded it. And Ruby's script sounded the same, but it definitely sounded like a different recording of it. And then the dialogue that played out during the escape, I think that was also slightly different. Some of it I don't remember from the remake. I'd have to play through the entire game to decide whether I like the voice acting in this version, or I'd have to play through the entire Sega CD version to decide whether or not I like the voice acting in this version or the remake better. Woo! That was too close for comfort. Inferno ghouls, booby traps, huge rocks. But we scored a big reward this time, and that makes it all worthwhile. We'd better be getting back to Grandpa's house before he worries. Also, it appears that this version of Lunar 2 has the same inventory system, or a similar inventory system as the PlayStation remake, where every character has items that they can carry. Let me just confirm. Yeah, Ruby has her own inventory in this version of the game. So this is like your bag, like a bag in Dragon Quest. However, you can't use consumable items directly from your bag. You have to give it to a party member, and then they can use it in battle. But they're limited in how many they can carry, thus they're limited in how many they can use in battle. PlayStation remake of Lunar 2 fixed the inventory system so that characters don't carry items anymore. Instead, they use items directly from the inventory. Also, Also looks like items don't stack either. Each consumable item, even if it's the same, takes up a different slot in the inventory. It does appear, though, that you get more inventory space per character in this game than you got in Lunar 1 for the PlayStation. Anyways, what level am I? You start at level 1 in this game. In the PlayStation remake, Hero starts at level 5. Let's get moving.
What's that noise? Wow, Hero! Get a load of that! It's incredible! But what the heck is it? It looks like a ship, but it moves without wind or sails.
Hey, you! Yes! You over there! What are you doing in this area?
Who does this Joker think he is? We might ask you the same thing, mister!
I wasn't talking to your cat! I was talking to you, boy!
Hello? Time for your eye exam! I am not a cat!
Knock it off, Ruby. You're gonna get us in trouble. My name is Hero, and this is Ruby. Identify yourself.
Certainly. I am White Knight Leo, leader of Althena's Guard, and this is the dragon ship Destiny. Now then, listen up. You kids need to evacuate this area. A confrontation is about to take place. I don't want to see any civilians accidentally caught in the middle of this thing. Return to your home immediately. Move it! Helmsman, set a new course. Destination, the Blue Spire.
Ha! That guy seemed a little full of himself, if you ask me. But he did say he was the leader of Althena's Guard. I wonder if that's the same Althena you told me about. Well, no telling now. He's gone. And good riddance. Anyway, we'd better get back home before Grandpa comes looking for us.
Okay, that part had a lot less voice acting in the PlayStation remake. Like, there was no voice acting before the animated cutscene opened. And there was no part of Leo saying, "Oh, I wasn't talking to your cat." There was much less banter. Instead, all the voice acting played out in the animated cutscene. Although the animated cutscene was longer. And then there was a lot of dialogue that wasn't voice acted after the cutscene. In this version, all of the dialogue is voice acted, but only a short portion is in an animated cutscene. And it looks like the PlayStation remake may have actually reused some of the voice recordings from the dialogue in this game. Not all of it. The part that was actually animated in this version was different than what was in the remake. So I'm starting to wonder if this version of the game actually had more voice acting than the PlayStation remake. Also, so far I haven't heard the awesome overworld music from the PlayStation remake that you hear when you first get to this area. And there were no enemies on the way to being Leo. Like, I just had to walk down a bit, and I got the Leo cutscene. So just like in the Sega CD version of Lunar 1, in the Sega CD version of Lunar 2, battles are random. You don't see the enemies on the field like you do in the PlayStation remakes. They are random encounters. Also, this version appears to have pincer attacks. Because as you may notice, Hero is placed in the middle of the screen, in between, surrounded by enemies. Go, Ruby! Go, Ruby, go! Alright, I might be too far from the other enemy to use, to be able to hit with physical, so I'm gonna use a magic attack. Alright, doesn't look like this version has, battle voices. Six EXP, 18 silver, and 6M. So in this version, there's actually a third thing that you get from battles, and it's called magic experience. Magic experience, as I'm about to show you, is used to learn magic spells. So okay, so I don't have it yet, but or I don't have the option, but the way you level up magic, or the way you learn more magic in this version, or at least some of the magic, is by using the magic experience you gain in battle to level up a certain type of magic. However, when Working Designs published this version for the West, they added something else to the use of magic experience, and that is currency to save your game. Yes, you actually, as you might notice on the top right of the screen, it says cost 15M when you highlight over a save slot. You have, in this version of the game, you need to use magic experience to save your progress. Yes, they actually did that. If you played the Japanese version of the Sega CD original, you don't have to do that. But yes, you can still save anywhere, but it is not free. Fortunately, just like the Sega CD version of Lunar 1, Lunar 2 on the Sega CD has checkpoints. So even if you wipe, the game does give you an option to load back to a certain checkpoint if you don't want to load a save file. Okay, it's only 2 enemies this time. And I think I can just basically attack both. Oh, and it looks like this version does have the enemy tells, because the sprites looked a bit different for each of those enemies. But just like in the PlayStation remakes, the sprite animation actually tells you what attack they're going to do on their next turn. Also, it looks like this version has a more expansive world map, where you actually getting random encounters on the world map. In the PlayStation remakes of Lunar 1 and 2, it was like Chrono Trigger, where you couldn't get encounters on the world map. And sharks. This area is off limits without the permission of Lord Leo. Paul, you have no business aboard the Dragon steamship Destiny. You better leave before Lord Leo returns from Gwen's house. Hero, what is Lord Leo doing at Grandpa's house? We'd better find out. Goddess Althena is fairest of the fair. I saw her once, and I'll never forget it. That milky skin, curve of her hips, those smooth, supple never mind. That joke was also in the PlayStation remake. We are retained by the Goddess Althena herself to keep our world from harm. The ship draws on her power. Lord Leo answers directly to her. Weekly meal duty. Blue, silver, white days, Gwen. Gold, green, black days, Hero. Red days, Ruby. But the Blue Spire has been a mystery for decades, even hundreds of years. You can't possibly expect that I know all its secrets. Besides, what interest could you possibly have at the Spire? New stars, secret riddles. Ha! What an easy life you lead, archaeologist. My work is much more serious than that. The destroyer is coming to our world. The Blue Spire is the point at which it will originate. Goddess Althena has given me direct orders to eradicate the destroyer. Goddess Althena? A devil at the Tower of Blue? Ah, nonsense! Regardless of whether you believe me or not, I need your help. We attempted to enter the tower, but it was sealed with some kind of magic. We must find a way to enter the Blue Spire. And since you are the expert on it, You and you alone can provide the answers I seek. Althena created the priesthood to govern the world in her absence. It is foretold that the destroyer will appear north of the Salian Desert. Goddess Althena said it was coming to the Blue Spire. Even if the destroyer escapes, Lord Leo will find it. The Blue Spire is rumored to be filled with all kinds of frightening monsters. In fact, no one is said to look upon the destroyer's face and live. Lord Leo is the top crusader for Goddess Althena. He is one of her 4 heroes. The destroyer doesn't stand a chance. Ah, hero. I knew I'd run into you again. Say, your grandfather Gwen says he doesn't know anything about a destroyer. Being such a skilled archaeologist, I find that hard to believe. Doesn't it seem odd that Gwen doesn't know anything about a destroyer when he's devoted his life to unlocking the secrets of the Blue Spire? No odder than you being 35 and never having a girlfriend. How does Ruby even know Leo's age? People are starting to talk. We're home, Grandpa Gwen. Ah, yes. Welcome back, kids. We have guests today. This is Lord Leo, Chief of Althena's Guard. He wants to know about the Blue Spire. Yes, and as I was about to explain, I don't have time for a history lesson. All I want to know is one simple thing. How does one enter the tower? The entrance has apparently been sealed for generations. Ah, yes. Well, that's the million silver question, isn't it? I'm not exactly sure. It seems to me that if one were to take the... I don't have the time to act on hunches, old man. If you don't know the way in, you just have to destroy the whole spire with the Destiny's Dragon Cannon. Hero, have you been off at the Dragon Ruins again? I told you time and again to stay away from that place. It's plumb full of monsters, and very dangerous if you're unsure of what you're doing. Hero, I'm telling you to stay away from those Dragon Ruins. Hero, let's not tell him about the jewel we found, okay? I think he'd pop a cork if he knew what we actually did at the ruins. Hero, I know a good man when I see one. I bet you do. Was I talking to you? Anyway, as I was saying, I know a good man when I see one. Why don't you quit this old archaeology thing and come to work in Althena's Guard? Why would Hero want to trade freedom for servitude? He won't work for you. You are starting to get on my nerves, little one. Can you ever learn to speak only when spoken to? Hero, it's an open offer, so just keep it in mind. For your safety, you should stay away from the Blue Spire. The big battle's coming. I can feel it. My. He was an arrogant fop, wasn't he? I can't believe that the goddess has come to us again as a human. And is giving orders directly to Lord Leo. Very strange. It's not supposed to. And this destroyer thing. Something's up, my boy. That's for certain. And I don't like the smell of it. One bit. No, not one. Oh dear. Hero, my boy, come quick. Something's happening at the... Hurry, lad! Hero, Grandpa Gwen will be mad if we snoop around in his treasure box. Look at that, Hero. There. See that strange light from the blue spire? Looks like it goes into the heavens, toward the blue star. I've lived near the spire for a coon's age, and I've never in all my years seen anything quite like this. I wonder if a destroyer has come to our world, as Leo has been saying. If that's true, then we're all going to be in a mess of trouble. Then I'd better go to the Blue Spire and see just what's happened. What? Have you been taken with a fit of insanity? If that is a destroyer in that tower, he'll make short work of you. But grandfather, we have to know so we can warn Leo. Ah, yes, I suppose you do have a point there. Well, then, go get my weapons in the basement. And I'll get the things we'll need from the house. I'm not letting you go in that place by yourself. That's for certain. Hero, are you sure that going to the Blue Spire is such a good idea? I mean, what if there is a destroyer in there now? Oh bother, what did I do with that jewel? It's got to be around here, somewhere. Ah, here. Go down into the basement and get some weapons while I look for the jewel. And don't dally, we've got to get over to the Blue Star immediately. Confound it, boy! Are you deaf? Listen up, I'll tell you again. Trot down to the library and get us some weapons to take along. And be mindful of the time. Don't dawdle. We've got to get to the Blue Spire. Ruins research list. Dragon Tower ruins, Star Dragon Tower, Goddess Tower, and Spire. Ancient Ruins. This book I will dedicate to the discovery of the secrets of the ruins. When? Dragons. Once in a very long time, it is said that a shape-shifting dragon comes to be. The dragon can change form at will, and its power is beyond belief. Lost Frontier. Once people lived on the Blue Star. At least, we're pretty sure they did. Blue Spire. Blue Spire in the north part of the Salian Desert is an ancient mystery. The entrance was sealed tight with powerful magic. No one has seen the interior of the tower for hundreds of years. It is rumored that the spire links Lunar to the Blue Star. Brief History of Althena, Volume 1. For a few hundred years, the goddess of beauty and love, Althena, returns to us. At that time, she leads the people into a place of peace and absolute harmony. Dragon Masters, Volume 3. Dragon Master is Althena's strongest protector. Since Althena's last rebirth, the world has been without a Dragon Master. The last Dragon Master was called Alex. Lunar, a brief history. Once Lunar was a barren world, unable to support life. New Star was a place of death and decay, so Althena turned to Lunar. He blessed it with her power, and it became a place of beauty and wonder. Pleased with her work, he brought people to this land from the Blue Star. Althena's Dragons, Volume 1. There are 4 dragons of Althena: white, red, black, and blue. The power of Althena and the dragons is what protects this world from evil. These are the only true dragons in the world. Vane the Flying City, Volume 1. The city of Vane once floated above the clouds, but Magic Emperor Galleon used his evil power to blast it from the heavens. Wow, that looks like some kind of ancient knife. We'd better take it. Look, the ancient knife. I knew I put it away for safekeeping, and here it is. If you put this jewel in the eye of the dragon at the entrance, it should open. Here, put this in your bag, hero. Here to equip the weapon you took from the chest. No use to us in your bag, my boy. Okay, let's get moving. Blue Spire is to the north, after we cross the bridge. Okay, the game's not letting me switch over to Gwen, so I guess I can't power up his magic, probably because he's in the party for such a short time. And the game doesn't want you wasting magic experience on him. Actually, yeah, I think magic experience is shared among everybody. Yeah, it only shows regular experience on the character status menu. Gosh, do I love this overworld theme. Now, something I want to test. In the Sega CD version of Lunar 1, well, I guess I'm not going to get tested here, but in the Sega CD version of Lunar 1, if one of your party member, or if any of your party members were knocked out or escaped from a battle, party members left at the end of the battle would get more experience than they would otherwise. The experience was shared among all the party members at the end of the battle, like it was in the early Final Fantasy games. In the PlayStation remakes, experience is not shared. Everyone just gets a fixed amount of experience regardless of whether they're alive or not. I think they only... The remakes, they only... Or more specifically, Lunar 1. In the Lunar 2 remake, party members couldn't escape individually except for Lucia. But in those versions, they would only miss experience if they ran away, but they would still get experience if they were knocked out at the end of a fight. And Cyclops. Okay, that was 8. Probably don't want Gwen to miss too much experience, though. Because I do have to fight a boss with him. That was 6. Hero, the statue gives me the creeps. It's staring at me. Let's get away from it, okay? They are the guardians of the Blue Spire. They'll only be trouble if the tower is threatened. It's probably better not to tempt fate, though. You better step away. This is the entrance, Hero. Hand me back the Dragon Eye Jewel. Now, if we put the jewel in the eye here, the door should... That's strange. The door should have become visible. Very, very strange. I'm sure that putting the jewel in the left eye should have opened the door. Maybe something has changed? I can't imagine what. Hero, his face looks like the one we saw in the cave. Maybe the eye we took from that one will work in this dragon's right eye. Eureka! The entrance to the Blue Spire. I didn't know you found another dragon's eye, dear hero. What else haven't you told your grandpa, Oh well, no time for that. Let's get inside while the door beckons. Alright, I can already see that the dungeons in this game are going to be like the dungeons in the Sega CD version of Lunar 1, where everything is a maze. And it's extremely hard to navigate. And I absolutely hated the dungeon design in the Sega CD version of Lunar 1. So I'll probably hate the dungeon design in this game even more. Pretty nice loading animation for the brain pickers. Motion is actually very well done for a Sega CD game. Okay, this isn't good. Oh, I'm dead. The party died. Checkpoint. Let's see where I go back to. Okay, that's not too far back. It is good because I haven't saved yet. I can't just save all the time in this version because the magic experience requirement. Alright, I better eat that. Oh, here I have enough. Apparently he didn't. just wanted to make sure I actually equipped the knife I got. Didn't look like I was getting much of a damage increase. Although I did just do 36 damage to that thing, but that's probably because it was asleep. Okay, they don't have that much of it. PlayStation Remake, the trick to winning this encounter was to take out the mummy. Fortunately, the bandaged boys only do 1 damage. Okay, so defend doesn't let you move around the field in this version. Instead, you can either defend yourself or defend another party member. those things have a lot of health. I can't chance it. I have to use a spell. Although I might be dead anyway. I think these things are faster. Okay, I got my attack off. There we go. Nice full heal. I probably didn't need that sleep spell since I got both the slimes in one turn. In the Sega CD version of Lunar 1, it was actually impossible to kill an escape. However, escapes always happened on character's turn, so enemies would be able to get their attacks off before. But if the character survived the enemy attacks, they would escape. I never had a failed escape in the Sega CD version of Lunar 1. Whether for an individual character or for the entire party. That's not the case in this game. Alright. Well, where do items default to? Oh, it's just like the PlayStation version of Lunar 1, where if the main character, in this case Hero, has any space in their item inventory, all items that you pick up, it looks like they default to that inventory and not to Ruby's inventory. Really annoying. Oh, I got back attacked! Because apparently this version has back attacks. I thought Hero could take out the slimes in one hit. I must have just crit them in that one fight or gotten really good damage. I'm gonna find out now, like, hopefully, whether or not Hero will get more experience when gone. It's a good fight to test it on because these enemies are pretty weak. Although they can still do 8 damage. They're not as bad as some of the other enemies here. $24? $26, could be enough for another fight. Hopefully. I don't want to burn too much of my... or too much of Gwen's magic in my herbs. The last fight had 4 slimes, and I got 24 experience. So, it would be 6 experience for each climb if Hero got all of the experience. So, if I don't have Gwen run in this fight, it should be, 6 experience. If I'm correct. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm right. I think, if a character escapes from battle, the other characters get more. Okay, you suck at running, Gwen. $108. Oh dear, this is turning into quite an ordeal. Here's another Guardian. Fortunately, we haven't done anything to threaten the Spire. An hostile act on our part, and we'd be in a serious world of hurt. Come on, kids, hurry along. We must keep moving. This statue is giving me the creeps. Let's get out of here. 20 experience. The design of this part of the dungeon looks similar to the PlayStation remake. However, it's not the same. You have to go through. wow, I went in the wrong direction. I don't think I went through this door, though. I literally went back the way I came. Ah, my boy. We've arrived at the 7th floor of the spire. The ancient writings speak of a secret way to the top floor somewhere in here. We must search this room thoroughly to find it. There's got to be a way to the top floor from this room, lad. You just have to look harder to find it. Examine everything. Leave no stone unturned. Whoa, Hero, look at that. I bet this is the place Grandpa talked about.
What's happening? Where? Hero!
Hero? I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. This is another thing working designs would do in their localizations. They would throw in random pop culture references. So, this is a reference to The Wizard of Oz. I think this must be the secret room Grandpa was talking about. I hope that destroyer Leo's looking for isn't lurking around here. No way out.
Look at that. It's just floating there. Do you think... Whoa! Hero! It looks like a girl.
My name is Lucia. I have come from the Blue Star on an urgent mission. Your world is in grave danger. I must see Althena immediately. Take me to her.
She looks like she could be some sort of goddess or something. What are we gonna do, Hero? Ruby to Hero! Hello?
She's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
Hero, what are you babbling about? She's not even human. Snap out of it.
Hey, ouch! Knock it off, Ruby. Hey, wait a minute. Where are you going?
I have come to this world to seek Althena. My search begins.
Alright, well. I can already tell that in this version, the mouthing animations in the cutscene are way off. Because, like, the mouthing animation started, like, at least a full second before the voice acting audio played. They were definitely much better in the PlayStation remake. As in, like, the timing of the mouthing animations and the voice acting. Also, Lucia's voice line sounded pretty much the same as in the PlayStation remake. But I think Ruby's was changed a little. Althena? You mean the goddess Althena? I don't know if I can help you, but I'm willing to try. Who are you? Oh, sorry. I'm Hero, and that's Ruby. In the flesh. If you're residents of this world, You must help me find the goddess Althena. It's urgent that I find her. The fate of your world hangs in the balance. Ah, oh, confound it all, son. Don't scare me like that. You had me beside myself with worry, young man. I've been looking all over for you. Where in tarnation did you go? Oh dear. Who's this you found? Her name is Lucia. We found her in a room with a big crystal jewel. And guess what, Grandpa Gwen? He's from the Blue Star. Althena herself. A girl has traveled to us from the Blue Star? Hero, we've got to get out of here. If Leo finds her, we're in big trouble, and so is she. We'll talk later. Let's go. Bull Rush. Cannon. 395 damage. Oh, Napalm Shot is multi-target attack in this version. In the PlayStation Remake, it was only a single target attack. Advantage! Ability increase. Hero's wind is now level 2. Didn't get anything from that. Because I know that Lucia is going to get nerfed in the next cutscene. Trying to grind a lot of experience and magic experience while she can easily destroy enemies. Fortunately, the enemies in this dungeon do not give a lot. And Gwen is failing to run away. Good job, Gwen. feels like your party levels up a lot slower. Also, Napalm Shot targets multiple enemies, but it doesn't necessarily target all enemies. When you're just making this grind slower. I think I'm gonna grind until Hero is just about to level up. Was, the cost of magic experience for saving actually increases as Hero levels up. With every level that Hero gains, you have to spend more magic experience to save. Ooh, oops. Got a little too close to the exit. One more fight. What's wrong with Lucia? He seems to be hesitating. Hero, I don't think she's human. Her magic is too strong. Perhaps she is a destroyer, as Lord Leo said. But why would she come here? Fiddle, my boy. It makes no sense. No sense at all.
Look! What's happening to Lucia?
Is this Alfina's world? I do not sense the aura of her magic power. But then, perhaps the evil hides it from my sight.
PlayStation Remake didn't have her go into some magic sphere and float in the air. Well, that seals it, my boy. He's definitely not human. At least not like any other I've known. But I can't believe she's a destroyer. Lucia says she came from the Blue Star, but did she say why? He came here to meet the goddess Althena. Goddess Althena? You mean the one that Ultis served? I can't believe that it could be the same one. Althena, I sense her power, but cannot detect her presence here. I must find out where she is.
Who is it? Who's there?
Oh no, it can't be.
My, sweet princess of the Blue Star. Welcome.
It is. It's so far.
Yes, sweet Lucia. It's been a long time, my dear. I am crushed that you haven't stayed in touch, but I'm very patient. I know that you will come around to my way of thinking, eventually.
I will never submit to you. What have you done with Althena?
Athena! Oh, sweet Lucia. Why don't you ask her yourself? Oh dear, I forgot. You don't know where she is. What a pity.
So far, I will not allow you to corrupt this world. Dragon power, shine forth. Fill me with the strength of ages. Empower me to overcome the destroyer in our midst.
Lucia, that was quite
Oh no,
unimpressive.
what happened?
I'm afraid I had to seal away the power of the four dragons. You see, very soon, you will be all that stands between me and universal domination. Tell me, darling, was it good for you? Now that I've stripped you of your power, you are nothing more than a helpless bug, waiting to be crushed.
I can't. Too strong.
Save that precious breath, child. You will need it to find Althena, your little needle in my haystack.
You can't.
Alright, that cutscene sounded pretty much the same as in the PlayStation remake. Hero, tell me I'm having a bad dream. Wake me up. Please. It's no dream, Ruby. These are strange goings-on. Strange indeed. Yes. It seems that this Zophar fellow has cursed her very soul. If we don't break the seal, he'll most certainly die. I have to... Althena, before... Young lady, save your strength. You can tell us all about it later. But time is... I must... Only Althena can... So far. Ugh. Come, hero. We've got to get her back to the house. Maybe one of my books will give us a clue about how to break this curse. What was Zophar talking? And Lucia... Oh! Hero, I'm scared. This is too big for us. We don't belong in this struggle. If only we hadn't taken that Dragon Eye jewel from the ruins. Oh, fiddle. I suspected this might happen. Look, hero. The Guardian's awake. Now we'll have to fight to get out. Are you kidding, Grandpa? Look at the size of that thing's flail. It'll pummel us into sewage. No thanks. There's got to be a better way. Ruby, I wish there were. But there's not. We've just got to outsmart it. Spencer. So did the boss literally break its weapon on the first turn? Because now it just has its fist out. I know this is not going to work, but might as well just try it. Because we're at full health. The other thing we're going to do is defend. But that was a fast fight. Lucia's, now. He's not gonna do damage anymore. Why did all that grinding before she got here? Uh-oh. Trouble! The Spire Guardians have come to life. What are we going to do, hero? We can't beat 3 more of these things. Oh wow, Lucia can actually do 1 damage in her current state. That took longer than I thought it would. Ha! Those Guardians are no match for the power of the dragon ship Destiny. With the goddess Althena providing the power, this ship is invin... But I have better things to do than brag about my ship. You gonna do his flip in this version? Althena has sent me to capture a destroyer that has come to our world. And I don't intend to let her down. Still don't see how or why a destroyer would come here. No, it's not right. It must be some sort of mistake. You have no authority to doubt me, old man. This destroyer I'm looking for is in that tower. I'd bet my life on it. It's my job to smoke it out and deliver it to Althena. And if it resists, Althena has given me authority to eradicate it. You're out of your league here. Just go home. Of all the... I can't believe how rude he is. He works for Althena? Oh, I can actually move. Say there, hero. Who's the lady? Okay, no flip, just a jump. Wearing a strange dress of red cloth. I've never seen its equal. And you seem to be sick. What has made you weak, girl? It was a monster in the depths of the tower. It attacked her. We barely escaped. If you hurry, you may catch it. Ha! Exactly as I suspected. The destroyer is in the tower. Come on, men. Let's go. He fell for it. That was close. Hurry, kids. We must get Lucia back to the house. She's weakening. Maybe then she can tell us exactly why she needs to see Althena. More importantly, how she expects to find her. Oh, the game won't let me remove Gwen's equipment. At least I can take his items. Oopsies. Back on the Destiny by accident. Oh, who goes there? Frickin' thrill seekers. If you don't vacate the ship right now, I'll haul you in. This is another thing that's kind of nice. In this version, your party follows Hero on every screen, not just like the town screens or screens in dungeons where you don't get encounters. In the PlayStation Remake, on the world map and in dungeon screens where you get encounters, you only see Hero on screen. But this version also doesn't have the dash. Not that it would serve any purpose other than giving you faster movement speed, because encounters are random in this version. She needs rest. We must lay her down somewhere. This will do nicely. Okay, hero. You stay here with Lucia. I'll go downstairs and see if there's a book that shows how to break the curse. The curse. How to break the curse. I remember reading about something like... Oh, bother. Where did I put that book? It's got to be... Dagnabbit! Hero, I thought I told you to keep an eye on Lucia. She's in grave condition. That book has got to be somewhere. Dagnabbit brain, work! I've just got to... Hero, what are you doing following me around? You must watch Lucia while I look for the instructions on how to break the curse. Well, what are you waiting for? Hop to it, boy! Oh, no! Hero, Leo says that Lucia is a destroyer. Do you think she really is?
So far. You can't.
Hero, she's having some kind of nightmare. Poor thing. Lucia?
Listen carefully. I must find Althena as soon as possible. So far... So far is the essence of evil. If he regains power, your world will be destroyed. His strength grows by the second. I came to stop him.
Then Leo is wrong. She came to save our world.
Okay, the timing of the mouthing animations with the voice acting was better in that scene. Lucia? This world will cease to exist if Zophar is not stopped. For the sake of the humans here, I must stop him. Humans? Lucia, why did you say that? You mean to say you're not human? I am... Hero, it appears that this curse is beyond anything I can cure myself. We're going to have to find a priest with special training to dispel it. I think that there's a priest by the name of Ronfar in the village of Larpa. Used to know his father. He's a good kid. Maybe he can help us. You must take Lucia to him, Hero, since Larpa is on the other side of the sea. Since Larpa is on the other side of the sea, you'll need my boat. I've got everything ready. Meet me outside. Okay, Lucia. Just so we're straight on a few things, I'll tell you this. Hero is helping you out because he's a nice guy, but he's all mine. Got that? I don't want you moving in on my territory. What do you mean by that? I don't understand. I mean you shouldn't get too close to Hero, because you'd set yourself up for a fall. Oh. Does Hero trip people that get too close? I'll remember to walk 10 paces behind him. No! That's not what I'm talking about. You're so dense, you can't possibly be a threat to my love for Hero. Let's just go. Okay, my boy. Boat's all ready. Hopefully you'll be able to find a way to help Lucia. But, Grandpa Gwen, aren't you going with us? Lord, no, little one. I'm just too old for this sort of thing now. But, Grandpa... No buts about it, young man. I can't make the trip. You'll do fine. I've taught you well, and you're a bright boy. Besides, I've got a million books to catch up on. Now get moving. Remember, eke out Ronfar when you get to Larpa. Interesting. In this version, the game puts you on the boat and moves the boat automatically. You actually get to manually control the boat in the remake.